Thank you, Meta, for gifting the Meta Quest 3. So you just got your Quest 3 or Quest 3S, you've seen the resolution improvement, you've checked out a couple of virtual reality games with the upgraded graphics, and even the RGB pass-through. But that is where most people sit still on the mixed reality capabilities of this amazing headset. So whether that is shooting zombies in your home, fighting with gladiators right in your living room, or even turn your house into a underwater sea world. I've listed all these games in the description below. If you haven't got the Quest 3 yet, I also include a link for that. Plus, you will get $30 in Quest Cash along with your purchase to spend directly on a title of your choosing. So no more waiting, let's dive straight in. So here we have a game. If you like Call of Duty Zombies, then this game will be quite familiar to you, but with a twist, of course. You can actually play this game in pass-through. So yeah, you basically have the mode in order to play solo. You can also play online if you want. You can get dropped into a game quickly or host it for your friends. This is not pass-through yet. This is inside a house. You will start, of course, with a hand pistol, upgrade your weapons from there, unlock doors. Of course, you got waves of zombies that will come your way. You have to rebuild the windows when they break them. You know, all the usual stuff if you have played COD Zombies before. But, of course, we are here not just to play in virtual reality. We want to see the mixed reality capabilities. And for that, you got the option called Home Invasion. So in Home Invasion, you actually built out the level, the map inside your home. I was launched directly inside the map editor, but because I've already done the space sense, it figured out where my walls were. Based on that, it already inserted the windows where zombies could get through, and I just had to put a weapon selector and another thing in front of me, which is like, I think, the main thing for the game. I don't know the exact name. It's very intuitive. Just place the objects, rotate it with your thumbsticks. You're good to go, basically. Now you're playing, I don't want to say Call of Duty Zombies, you're playing Drop That the Cabin inside your home. So if you got a really big house, my house is not that huge. So if you really got a big house, this can be quite awesome if you have to run around. Just be careful that you do not hit your TV or any other furniture or you damage yourself. It's still pass through, you can see things, but you know, you might get immersed a bit too much. And yeah, things will go south from there. So a bit of time for medieval fighting. That is exactly what you can do in your own home with Guardian of Realms. This game is not in the polished state yet. It is an early access, so do not expect too much yet. But if you really have that itch in order to have some cool battles with swords and shields, a bit like Blade and Sorcery, but pass-through enabled, that is what you can do inside this game. So right off the bat, you have a couple of menu settings, like you can either show the ceiling or not. You can enable dismemberment if you like some gory stuff. You can grip the enemies, you can show your health bars and just stuff like that. Then you have to actually put down a crystal, which is used in order to restore your health. And yeah, you're basically launched in the game where enemies will come through the doors and will try to dismember you. So the weapon clashing is pretty cool. Even when you hit your sword to your shield, it feels pretty rad. Yeah, I only saw a couple of enemies at this moment. The gladiator type of guy that looks more like a knight, and some flying monster heads, which kind of reminded me of the game Doom for some reason. So, but yeah, that's basically it. There's not much variety yet. Yeah, the AI is also a bit lacking in this sense. Just like I said, it's still in early access, so don't be too hard at them. And if you like to just hack and slash inside your home, be warned, do not hit anything around you. I'm not liable for that. The game is available, so grab it and go at it. Okay, Spatial Ops is a very fun game where you can go into a campaign, or you can build out, like a sandbox, the level, the environment in your own home. So in the campaign mode, of course, you have to choose your equipment. You have about 6 slots over your body. that you can utilize. So with the crystals that you gather in the game, you can unlock more of these slots to use in future battles. And the crystals can also be used to upgrade or buy new weapons. And in your own home environment, in pass-through, this platform underneath you is generated where you're standing on basically, which is your boundary. The way you play the game is these portals in front of you or above your head or left or right or back. You really have to utilize the 360 degrees around you in order to see where the enemies and danger is coming from. And I must say, it feels so weird when the camera is moving through the space. It actually felt as if I was in a spaceship, a moving vehicle. My whole home was basically a vehicle, and I was moving through the facility right there. So the way I play this game, you get these crates with health and the crystals, of course, that you can shoot, and then you obtain those crystals and health basically. Then the portals in front of you or above you or left or right, they will open up and enemies will pop to you and will shoot you. Also, you get these barriers in front of you where you can hide behind. After a certain amount of time, they will also go away, so be aware. And of course, for the most fun part of this game is where you can actually design your own environment inside your home. And this one really surprised me. It is called the Arena, and you have a couple options. You can either create a game, you can join an existing game, or you can edit the level. And of course, if you go to the map editor, that is where you actually craft your own map. So in order for this to work, you need to scan your environment. So mine was kind of a rough cut at this point, so don't expect it to look really great inside the video. So then opens this intuitive builder. So you got all these different objects that you can spawn and set inside your home. Things like the weapon selectors, you got the barriers, different kinds of barriers where you can look through. I mean, you can make a really cool advanced, almost like what you see at those airsoft or paintball ranges, but then inside your home basically. Rotating is as simple as using a thumbstick. Placing it is just using a trigger. So it's really not that hard to make your own very awesome level. So after you have built out your map, you can host this map in order to play with your friends or maybe even solo. It depends on you. At this time I was solo, so I could not really test it out yet with friends, but I've seen other players do it and it is really intuitive and really simple to do. I'll leave that up to you. The mechanics and the smoothness of the gameplay and the weapon handling all felt really, really good inside this game. I'm definitely going to try this out also with a couple of other friends, and perhaps I will update you guys in the future about it. So you might have already heard about the game Demeo, but have you heard about Demeo Battles? So if you don't know what Demeo is, it is basically a VR board game jam-packed with action in this medieval setting where you have your own hero and you have to defeat your enemies, of course, by moving across the board, gathering cards, defeating obstacles, ultimately defeating your opponent. And you have to make your right strategic choices, rolling the dice, using cards, and just stuff like that. So if you like that, this board game is definitely something that you must try out. But of course, we are here for the mixed reality variant, and it's really easily enabled. If you go to the settings menu, you'll see a tab for AR. If you enable that, your whole room will become visible and the board game will shift to the floor. You will access everything from there. And it's also fun because around you on the walls, you can actually see posters from the game or something hanging from the ceiling, which gives this nice ambiance to the game while you're playing in mixed reality basically. So in the mixed reality variant, you got the whole board game basically on the floor, so you can close in with your head if you want to see something from up close. You have a board game just like the old days, alive, jam-packed with action, particles, effects, everything just going on. You got cards that you can choose from on your left hand. You can also check if it is your turn on your right hand. So they have designed it really intuitively and the gameplay felt really smooth and polished. So this is a game that you must try out if you are at family gatherings or with friends, and it just brings in this connection where you can actually see each other playing the game. So the game has a quick play mode. You can do single player, or you can just hop into a multiplayer session. Also in the menu you can check out your cards, you can check out your heroes, and lots of other crazy stuff. The game is packed with content, so if you want to get it, link is in the description below. If you like SeaWorld or you want to check out the ocean but do not want to leave your home, well, I got you covered, because with Ocean Rift, you can change your whole house into a underwater aquarium. And this game, of course, also has a VR component. I'll leave that up to you. We're going to focus on the mixed reality one. So after checking out the tutorial, I hopped straight into the mixed reality component, and I was met with some icons that I could choose from. So first thing what I noticed was my ceiling. I could turn it on and off. So the whole ceiling, the frame basically becomes see-through, where you can check out the whole ocean above you. So the fun thing is you can draw out these windows and size them to whichever width and height you want by just drawing on your walls and see parts of the ocean through there. You can also change the frame type, so you can go to a cage or make it oval. The frames also have a glow, so if you want to adjust the glow, you can do that. But the highlight of the mixed reality is, of course, changing the environments, because I can choose between so many different environments. I'm just gonna go through a couple of them. Yeah, I went to the depths, I went to the belugas, I went to the sharks, and based on those environments, you can see the animals swimming around you. The fun thing is that you can also interact with them. So for example, with the sharks, I could throw in a piece of meat and see how they devour the piece of meat in front of you. The animation looks really realistic. I was actually surprised. I thought it would be just a VR gimmick, AR gimmick in this case. Yeah, it actually looked really realistic, the way they moved, ate and stuff. So they really tried to make the model accurate to the real thing. Also, your whole room and house get this bluish hue tint, because of course the windows let in some sea light through them, so it really looks like you're underwater in your house. So this is a must-have app if you love meditating or relaxing a little bit and just sit on your couch and enjoy the environment. It actually blew me away. I thought it was going to be more simple than this, but visuals were actually really stunning. By the way, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, let me know in the comments below which game you are going to try out first in mixed reality. So thanks again, Meta, for gifting the MetaQuest 3. Now that you've seen these amazing mixed reality games, why just stop there? If you're on the hunt for free games to expand your MetaQuest library, then you have to check out this video, which is jam-packed with incredible options, totally free of charge, that you can start enjoying right now. So click this video, I'll see you there.